Hello, my name is Lynn Gray, Director of the California Office of the Small Business Advocate. This week, we are kicking off a video series highlighting just a few of the many partners within the California Small Business Center network that we collaborate with to support entrepreneurs and small businesses, helping them start, grow, and become resilient businesses here in California. Joining me today to kick off this week's videos is Mark Herbert, Small Business Majority Vice President of Strategic Initiatives and the California Managing Director. Thank you, Mark, for being with me today.
Tara, thank you so much for the opportunity to join you, and congratulations again on your recent appointment. Thrilled to be working with you and so many other amazing advocates around the state to support California small businesses. So congratulations, lots to do. I'm ready to dive in with you.
Right on. I'm excited about this. Tell me, Mark, a little bit about Small Business Majority. Tell me about your role and the work that you do in support of entrepreneurs and small businesses.
Yeah, thank you. So, Small Business Majority, we are a national small business education and advocacy organization. And really, we exist to help entrepreneurs take their next step on their entrepreneurial journey. And fundamentally, all of our work is organized around two core beliefs. One, we believe that entrepreneurs and small business owners are essential building blocks to a healthy, sustainable, thriving community, economy, and neighborhoods, and those entrepreneurs deserve all the tools that they need to be successful. And we also believe that there is an authentic voice of small business that exists in policy, that we seek to make sure is represented at state government, in state capitals, and in DC, across the country. And so we want to make sure that business owners, their voices are part of the policy conversation. And we want to make sure that entrepreneurs have the tools that they need to grow. And that is especially true in under-resourced, underserved communities around the state, to ensure that opportunity for all California really is for all the entrepreneurs in this state.
Right on. I love what you just said about having an authentic voice. It's so important that we get the voices closest to Main Street when we're talking about the issues that affect our small businesses. Tell me, this last year has been oh, the toughest year that many of us in the ecosystem have seen in a while. Tell me about, one or two stories from this past year about small businesses that you've worked with. How have folks pivoted, overcome the obstacles and the impediments that COVID-19 pandemic introduced? Tell me what's happened.
Yeah, it's been an insane and difficult, heartbreaking, challenging, inspiring, devastating year, all in the same at the same time. As you know, I mean, we've been shoulder to shoulder in the trenches with small business owners, talking to them every day. Um, no one could have predicted just how massive the scale of this challenge has really become. And really, we see that small businesses in our neighborhood were on the front lines, trying to figure out, how do I keep my employees safe? How do I keep my customers safe? How do I pivot and exist in this new reality? Just been really blown away by the resilience of California's entrepreneurs, of how business owners have been able to pivot, figure out their next steps. Here at Small Business Majority, our focus is on ensuring that they have the tools and the information that they need to take that next step. So as soon as the pandemic hit and we saw the closures happen, we launched into a really aggressive outreach and education campaign, conducting over 350 different webinars and workshops on PPP, on IDLE, on PPP Second Draw, on a number of different resources out there. Partnering with over 600 partnerships with chambers and business groups around the state, just making sure that businesses, no matter where you were, had the latest information on where to go to file your PPP application, who to talk to in the SBDC network if you're having trouble with your EIDL loan. And it was really amazing to see so many different business or service organizations and entrepreneurship organizations come together to support businesses. And really, this past fall has really been what we've heard more than anything is businesses trying to figure out, how do I hang on? How do I make payroll? Should I close my business? Is it worth it to sort of push through? And just have to be, and have to say that have been so appreciative of the leadership of this governor. Before any other state really stepped out in a big way, this governor put together $500 million for small business grants. That is unheard of at the state level, 500 million. And then this legislature stepped up and made it more than $2 billion for California grants to small businesses in the state. And that was a really massive changing point, I think, in the state and in small businesses as these grants are getting out the door. Just was talking to Lizeth. This is one small business owner in LA. She runs a really small boutique design apparel company. And really, the thing that stuck out to me in my conversation with her is that peace of mind. Right, there are so many things that are happening, so many things that that are demanding you to make payroll, to figure out your lease and your rent, and having that cash from the state allowed her the peace of mind to think about, okay, what does it look like to grow out of this? What does it look like to be able to then grow my business and survive? So really, more than anything, just so proud of California. We're seeing vaccination rates go up. We're getting close to reopening the economy in really big ways. And the governor, you and his team have really stepped in to make sure that entrepreneurs are able to get the resources. So my biggest takeaway from this past year is, as hard as it was, as challenging as it was, the a couple key takeaways. One, we finally are seeing at the national level leaders step up and say what we've already known it to be true, that we need more resources in our small business ecosystem, especially targeted to under-resourced entrepreneurs. The pandemic just made that clear. So that and the grant program was an incredible tool to address that challenge. And so we're seeing incredible momentum. And then two, seeing so many different business organizations. The grant program rolled out over the holidays through Christmas and New Year's. And
Yes.
all of our team and our partners in the SBDC network dove in to make sure that entrepreneurs, regardless of the holidays, had access to this information as soon as possible. So incredibly proud of this ecosystem, incredibly proud of the partners. Obviously, I'm biased, love California, proud of the leadership here in California. And I really think we're turning the corner, and incredibly excited to see California lead the way in recovery.
Yes, it is a proud moment for Californians. We have led the way. Many other places in the country and the world are experiencing an uptick in infection rates, and we are not. And it is due to the leadership from our governor. He was very clear in taking action immediately and protecting lives of Californians. So you're exactly right. It is a proud time for us Californians, and the relief dollars just incredible. Our small businesses put their lives and their life savings on the line every day in pursuit of the American dream and the California dream. And so it's so important to hear you talk about that. I know that my team and we appreciate your commitment to California's small businesses, and much of what we do as a department would not be possible without your strong partnership and willingness to always collaborate on very important initiatives and programs to ensure that our small businesses have access to tools and resources and networks and all of those things that you mentioned before. Thank you for spending a few moments with me this afternoon. Mark, always been a fan of yours, even in my previous position, and just
Goes
really,
both ways. Huge fan of yours, Tara. I'm really excited about working with you to support entrepreneurship here in California.
thank you, Mark. You take care. We'll talk soon.